Now, he's enjoying, King Charles is enjoying a lot of popularity right now, which is good for him. And, you know, we've got 60% of the UK have a positive opinion of the King, which would really upset our Republicans over here. But politicians aren't doing so well. I think last time they had a poll on the UK's Rishi Sunak, it was 21% liked him and 70% disliked him, which is pretty dodgy. But if we look over to Denmark, where King Frederick is and his Australian wife Queen Mary, they enjoy 80% popularity. Do you think maybe our monarchy needs to look at pushing forward the younger generation a little bit more, because people like the young royals?
I think our monarchy, in the sense that it's the constitutional monarchy of Australia, needs always to remember that the crown is far important than the person who wears it. It is the case that in Denmark and the UK, there are more likely to see successes in cults of personality. And that's because they've had sovereigns reigning in their country for a very long time. As far as we go down here, though, we probably don't see that same attraction to the royal family. And I don't think young people particularly see that attraction to the royal family in that sense. I always say to young people, who would you prefer as your president, Anthony Albanese or Tony Abbott? And one way or another, that gets them to give me an answer that, well, I wouldn't prefer either of them, you know, in a sense. That's nothing to say against Tony, but it's the point that, you know, you don't want, if you're a lefty, you don't want a hard right person to be your president. And if you're a hard right person, you don't want a lefty to be your president. And that's what the Crown is so good at doing, transcending all of that. You know, who would you prefer as your president, Donald Trump or Joe Biden? I mean, these questions, one way or another, they give you the same answer, which is that we don't want a president to begin with. We're quite happy with the constitutional arrangements that we have. And I do think young people appreciate that. They see this great politicization in their societies. They see this rise of populism and cult-like political behavior. The age of the statesman is dead. It really seems to be. So they take comfort that the Crown transcends all of that. That's what I would say there, yeah.